Hey guys, it's Rob here. Today, we cover a pair of locations that were the only ones to exist in their state, that being the ones in Boise, Idaho. There's one trait about their stage that was the last of its kind, but we'll get into that later. For now, I want to thank Dog Day for being the original requester of this area, and also thank GVTMSWanoMashupChannel and JJ Wants Hugs for also requesting this area. As usual, I've gathered information from multiple different sources, which I'll be linking in the description. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, as in the next video, we'll be going over the history of another one of my bots. Anyways, let's get into the history of ShowBiz Pizza Place and Chuck E. Cheese in Boise, Idaho. The 10296 West Fairview Avenue location, opened in January of 1982 as a Pizza Time theater, opening with a balcony stage. We have an opening ad from February of 1982 telling us that the location opened with 85 games. We have an article from April of that year that gives us some more info, such as confirming that the location opened in January of that year. It also tells us that they had the King as their cabaret act as well. There are also a couple of photos attached, showing off their cheese crawl in the first photo and their balcony stage in the second photo. We can see here that they had Harmony Howlett, meaning that they likely opened with her as their guest star. Unfortunately, we don't have much else on this location, and it closed on February 9th, 1985. A closing article gives us some more info on the location, such as the fact that it had been a franchise store under Restaurant Entertainment Inc. and had about 25 employees at its closure. The reason for closure appeared to be the opening of the ShowBiz Pizza in the area, which caused sales to decline. I want to mention real quick that it would become Stokes Brothers Store, a discount electronics store, and an article covering that tells us that the space is 14,000 square feet, giving us the size of the Pizza Time Theater as well. As of August of 2025, the building is now a Harbor Freight Tools. As for the fate of the bots, all of them, alongside the rest of the contents of the store, would be auctioned off on May 29th of 1985. Their fate after that is unknown. The 6255 Fairview Avenue location opened on July 7th, 1983 as a ShowBiz Pizza Place, opening with the classic Rock-afire explosion. We have an article that confirms the opening date, and also gives us the info that the location was franchised, being under the company Western Pizza. It also tells us that the location cost $1 million, is 12,000 square feet, and employed 75 people. It also was able to accommodate about 400 people. We have a few photos during this time, all undated but appear to be from the early to mid 80s, mainly showing off the stage. The first photo here shows off center stage, which just looks like a standard stage, though Duke's hat antenna are sagging, and Mitzi's skirt is also doing the same. The second photo shows off center stage again, though this time we see some of Mitzi's cosmetics missing, revealing her mech. This is a rare sight to see in store, and was likely taken during maintenance. The third photo shows off the stage left, with Billy Bob, whose mask shows a bit less of his face than it normally would. The fourth and final photo shows us their Billy Bob walk around, being the corporate standard one, though with a poor paint job on the head. By May of 1990, the location would be under new ownership, though the ad we learn this info from doesn't specify who the new owner is. Beginning in 1990, due to a fallout between Creative Engineering and ShowBiz Pizza Time Inc., concept unification occurred, in which every ShowBiz Pizza Place would convert the Rock-afire Explosion Band into Munch's Make-Believe Band. Boise would likely receive it by August of 1991, as can be seen in this ad that says, "Come see our all-new stage show." They would not receive the 1986 remodel at this time, however, and kept the ShowBiz name for the time being. Between mid to late 1993, the location would receive the 1986 remodel, changing the exterior to a Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza exterior, adding checkers, adding neon signage, adding no decor to replace the older decor, and adding windows to the showroom walls, among other changes. This may have been one of the last stores to receive the 1986 remodel, as early Operation Thumbchuck remodels were already being done by this point. By 1997, the location would receive the Operation Thumbchuck remodel, replacing the Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza exterior with a Thumbchuck exterior, getting rid of the colored checkers, adding no decor to replace the older decor, and adding the sky tubes. We have footage from 2004 that shows off the showroom, where we can see older decor such as the CD award posters and the shelves. There's multiple aspects here that are quite unique though. Firstly, all but Chuck and Helen still have their latex masks, and even then, Chuck still has his tux outfit on. Pasquale is also notable for having plastic hands, making for the odd combo of a latex mask with plastic hands. They also still have Pizza Can by this point. As for the condition of the bots, they're not in too good of shape, with multiple movements being out, alongside cosmetic issues such as Munch's mask appearing to not be attached properly, as you can't see his eyes. Pasquale's left arm is also way lower than it should be, likely meaning that the cylinder came detached. Other unique things here include still having the 1986 remodel booths by this point, and this bathroom door that uses a design I often associate with homes, not something I would ever see in a Chuck E. Cheese. We also get to see their walk around, being the 90s head with a blue cap and the red, yellow, and blue athletic attire. A photo that's likely from the same year shows off center stage, with Munch and Jasper still having their latex masks, but also Jasper having the unique trait of red patches on his overalls, which I believe is something only Boise did, though do let me know if I'm wrong here. Between 2006 and 2007, Pasquale's latex mask would be replaced with a plastic mask, as can be seen in this photo from that time. Jasper still has his latex mask by this point though. By 2007, the location will remodel to the Cool Chuck reconfiguration, changing the exterior to an Adventure Chuck exterior, painting some of the walls purple, replacing older decor with newer decor, and tearing down the showroom walls and balcony seating. We can see this in a Google Maps exterior shot from November of 2007, which shows us a standard Adventure Chuck exterior, with the logo and purple and red awnings. The road sign was also changed, keeping the Thumb Chuck road sign frame but replacing it with the retrofitted version of the Avenger Chuck sign. By 2008, Munch's latex mask would be replaced with a plastic mask, marking the store as the last to still have his latex mask. A photo from that year shows us this, with Jasper still having his latex mask, and Chuck being in full Cool Chuck attire by this point, though keeping the derby interestingly enough. A photo from 2011 shows some of the stage, with Chuck having some sort of hat on, though I can't tell if it's still the derby or if it's his cap now. A photo from 2012 shows off their Chuck walk around, being the standard Avenger one. A photo from 2013 shows off stage left with Pasquale, as well as a bit of Pizza Cam's box, though it's unknown if he was still present at this point. A photo from 2015 shows Chuck still in his Cool Chuck attire, though now lacking his derby, or any cap of any kind. We get more footage of the bots in 2016, where they look to be in decent shape, with the most noticeable issue I can see being Jasper's strumming arm appearing to not work, though this could just be a case of it not being programmed here. I will also mention here that Pizza Cam appears to be gone by this point, though his box is still present. 2017 footage shows the stage to be in about the same shape, with Helen's mouth having trouble opening at times. 2018 shows the stage to be in declining shape, with Helen's right arm being messed up and not working, and one of Pasquale's arms also appearing to not work. 2019 footage shows the stage to be in better shape, with no obvious issues I can see, though it's such short footage that it's hard to know for sure. The sky tubes would be removed in 2020. Footage from 2021 shows the stage to be in declining shape again, with Pasquale's arms not going down for some reason, and cosmetic issues such as Munch's teeth being gone, as well as the lack of a foam arm for Jasper's left arm. Interestingly enough, Chuck's ears are positioned higher on his head, with this definitely reminding me of Northridge's Chuck. In August of 2022, the location would undergo the 2.0 remodel, changing the exterior to a simplistic Rockstar exterior, painting all of the walls white, adding newer decor to replace the older decor, and replacing the 3-stage with a 2021 model dance floor and video wall. The latest footage I could find of the bots before removal comes from June of 2022, where they are now in worse shape than before, with multiple movements still being out, now including Chuck's mouth as well as Jasper's strumming arm. The location would hold its grand reopening on October 26, 2022, and as of August of 2025, remains like this. As for the fate of the bots, it's unknown what happened to them. In conclusion, Boise had a fairly unique location, keeping multiple older elements around longer than a lot of stores normally did, especially when it came to their latex masks. Munch's latex mask, of course, was the most notable since it was the last of its kind in a store when it was removed. Though the bots were not in too good of shape throughout its life, this was still overall a neat location to go over. Thank you guys for watching this video. The lack of 90s documentation for this store sticks out to me since I feel like 3-stage stores tend to have some sort of documentation from that time, but there was still a fair amount to go over nonetheless. Anyways, my next video will be going over the history of my Beach Bear bot that I own, as he is now fully mechanically restored. I'll also be giving an overview of him, and also drop a performance at the same time alongside that history video. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you're notified when it drops. If you want to find me elsewhere, I've got a Discord server and Instagram page, both linked in the description down below. That's gonna do it for now though, so God bless, and I hope you all have a blessed day.